Dear students, let us see the last topic of this second unit, IP version 6 extension header. IP version 6 options are placed in separate extension headers as we have seen in earlier topic. That extension headers are located between the IPv6 header and the transport layer header in a packet. In IPv6, the fixed header contains only that much information which is necessary, that is 40 byte, avoiding those information which is either not required or is rarely used. All such information is put between the fixed header and the upper layer header in the form of extension headers. Each extension header is identified a distinct value. When extension headers are used, IPv6 fixed header's next header field points to the first extension header. If there is one more extension header, then the first extension header's next header fields points to the second one, and so on. We'll see that in a diagram. The last extension header's next header field points to the upper layer header. Thus, all the headers points to the next one in a linked list manner. There are total 6 extension headers. The base header followed by all these 6 extension headers. These are hop by hop option, source routing, fragmentation, authentication, encrypted security payload, and destination option. Let us see one by one in short. Hop by hop option. But before that, what we discussed here. So this is the header format of IP version 6. The next header field, this field, points to the first extension header. If there is one more extension header like this, then the first extension header's next header, the first extension header's next header field points to the second one, and so on. So first, next header, this points to the first field of the next header, and that continues. So this is the extension headers format. Let us see first field, hop by hop. The hop by hop option is used when the source need to pass information to all routers visited by the datagram. For example, routers must inform about certain management, debugging, or control functions. Or if the length of the datagram is more than 65,535 bytes, that is very usual, router must have this information. This figure shows the format of hop by hop option header. The first field defines the next header in the chain of headers that shown in previously in the diagram. The header length defines, this header length defines the number of bytes in the header. It includes the next header field also. The rest of the field contains different options. These options, different options. Next is source routing. The source routing extension header combines the concepts of strict source route and the loose source route option of IP version 4. The source routing header contains a minimum of 7 fields. The first two fields, next header and header length, the first two fields are identical to that hop by hop extension header. The type field defines loose or strict routing. The address left field indicates the number of hops still needed to reach the destination. The strict loose mask field determines the rigidity of routing. If set to strict, routing must follow exactly as indicated by the source. Same direction, same source and same time type will be followed if it is set to strict. Next is fragmentation. The same as IPv4. This concept is same as the fragmentation in the IPv4 also. However, the place where fragmentation occurs differ. In IPv4, the source or a router is required to fragment if the size of the datagram is larger than the MTU of the network over which the datagram travels. In IPv6, only the original source can fragment. A source must use a path MTU discovery technique to find the smallest MTU supported by any network on the path. So this diagram shows the fragmentation field of the extension field. Next is authentication. The authentication extension header has dual purpose. It validates the message sender and ensures the integrity of data. It is related with the security. The former is needed so the receiver can be sure that a message is from the genuine sender and not from an imposter. The latter is needed to check that the data is not altered in transition by some hacker. The format of the authentication extension header is shown in this figure. Security parameter indexes are there, authentication data is there. It is used for authentication. Next is encrypted security payload. This ESP is an extension that provides the confidentiality and guards against eavesdropping. Eavesdropping is not a type of attack. It is a type of attack, but it is not active type of attack. In eavesdropping, whatever the hacker is there will not crack the data. It only monitors what is going on. That is called as eavesdropping. It's just monitoring, or we can say sniffing. So this eavesdropping. The figure shows the format. The security parameter index is a 32-bit that defines the type of encryption or decryption used. And this other field contains the encrypted data. This is encrypted data along with any extra parameters needed by the algorithm. The last extension header is destination option. The destination option is used when the source need to pass information to the destination only. Immediate routers are not permitted access to this information. The format of the destination option is the same as hop by hop option. So this format is of hop by hop option. The same is for destination option, where the next header is there, header length is there, and rest of the fields are options. Let us see the reflection question. pause the video for a while and think over it. How can you relate the packet format size with the speed of IPv6? Okay, I think you answered this. What is the reason? How can you relate the packet format size with the speed of IPv6? We know that IPv6 speed is more than IPv4. What is the reason? If we relate with the packet format size, then we can say that IPv4 having 12 fields while IPv6 have 8 fields. So unnecessary fields are neglected, or we can say ignored or omitted in the IPv6. So that information can be quickly transmitted to the destination. That will be the reason, that will be the basic reason why IPv6 is faster than IPv4. That is due to only the packet format size, field size 12. So because we know that in a field that data can be transmitted in this fashion only, though there are different fields. For example, here the version, then type, then another options. So these options are, though the fields are like this, but that can be transmitted in this direction only, in this direction serially. So it will reduce the number of different we can say visiting the different fields, so that it will be that it makes faster. Okay, let us see the comparison between IP version 4 and IP version 6. So we can compare this IP version 4 and IP version 6 with different manner related with the IP format, packet format, then speed, like this. So first, there are number of different comparison points. We'll see one by one in very short. IP version 4 has 32-bit address length, and we know that IP version 6 is 128-bit address length. It supports manual DHCP address configuration, and it supports auto as well as renumbering address configuration. In IPv4, end-to-end connection integrity is unachievable. So there is a problem of security. While in IPv6, end-to-end connection integrity is achievable. It is secured. It can generate this much address space, while it can produce this much address space, tremendous address space as compared to IPv4. Security features. Here IPsec is inbuilt security feature, while is dependent on application address. Address representation of IPv4 in decimal, while address representation is in hexadecimal. Fragmentation performed by sender and forwarding routers, while in IPv6 fragmentation performed only by sender. In IPv4, packet flow identification is not available, while it is available in IPv6 with the help of flow label. IPv4 packet flow identification is not available. Okay, same, it is repeated. IPv4 checksum field is available, and in IPv6 checksum field is not available, not necessary actually. It has broadcast message transmission scheme, while that can be replaced with multicast, and Anycast is already there. In IPv4, encryption and authentication facility not provided. I think it is also repeated here. In IPv6, encryption and authentication is provided. IPv4 has header 20 to 60 byte, while IPv6 has header of 40 byte fixed. So this is the comparison between IPv4 and IPv6. You can choose any 8 comparison for the exam. Let us see the unit summary. What we have studied in this second unit. It is the latest version of IP and 128-bit address space. It uses hexadecimal, colon notation and abbreviation methods available. There are 3 types of addresses: unicast, anycast and multicast. We had seen this. The variable type fixed field defines the address type or purpose. 2 interesting features of IP6 addressing are auto configuration and numbering. In IPv6, a host can be auto-configured itself in addition to using DHCP. We can use both auto configuration as well as DHCP. Renumbering allows a site to change its connectivity to another provider and automatically receive new prefix. We had also seen an IPv6 datagram is composed of base header and a payload. The base header having 40 byte, it consists of version, priority, flow label, payload length, next header, hop limit, source address and destination address. Total 8 fields. Payload consists of optimal extension headers and data from an upper layer. Extension headers add functionality to the IPv6 datagram. We have seen 3 strategies used to handle the transition from IP version 4 to IP version 6 are dual stack, tunneling and header translation. So this is the summary of unit 2 and it is the end of unit 2 of Advanced Computer Network.